Hello, I'm Gus Downing, publisher and editor of the D&D Daily, and this is the LP News Network. Today's episode is about driving value beyond loss prevention. Learning how to drive value beyond your job description and becoming truly integrated with operations is the key to not only career development, but also to surviving in today's retail environment. Learning how to impact the whole business and increasing your value is a critical subject. And today we'll share with you a step-by-step guide that will arm you with the tools that will hopefully make you indispensable. As everyone likes to say, it's all up to you. With us today to discuss this topic is Paul Paglia, Vice President, Loss Prevention and Retail Operations at DKNY. With a BS degree in management, Paul has over 29 years of retail LP experience with such organizations as Bloomingdale's, Home Depot, JCPenney, and Sears Holdings. In joining DKNY 7 years ago, he obtained operational responsibilities in addition to his LP function and is truly driving value beyond LP. With that, we'd like to welcome Paul. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Gus.
You know, my first question is obvious. How'd you do it? How did you change their perception of, oh, he's just the LP guy, which is the mold many face in the stores? How did you do it, Paul?
Well, I think it starts with having a mindset of truly wanting to be a full business partner in the organization. Don't be simply satisfied with what your current job responsibilities are, but really stand back and look at the entire organization. Never be satisfied with how things are going. Have a thirst for knowledge. And be willing to step outside your comfort zone. And get involved in areas of the business that maybe you never have been in the past. Because when you step outside your comfort zone, that's when the magic happens. And be willing to, I mean, you can't be everything to everybody, but be willing to go above and beyond and take opportunities as they present themselves. And you could start to change the mindset in your organization where, you know, you maybe just be looked at as the LP person, but over the course of time, you could be looked at as the solution person in your company. And I think it starts just with that mindset. And it's, you know, take every opportunity to further get involved in all areas of the business and truly be viewed as a full business partner in the organization where the company feels that you are concerned about each area of the business and not just what may typically be a loss prevention role of the past. Your typical shrink or safety, some light auditing, investigations. But you know, how can the LP team really dovetail into the entire organization? So
volunteer for committees, get outside of the box and go beyond it in that respective as well.
Well, you got to be careful what you volunteer for. You know, careful what you wish for, you just might get it. So you need to be analytical and make sure that, you know, what you get involved in, you feel very comfortable and confident that you can have a positive result and you can make an impact.
Sure.
You know, you never want to jeopardize your credibility in the company.
Smart, yeah.
So you need to be a little analytical, make sure you do your homework. Become maybe not the topic matter expert right away, but in a short period of time. And then as you develop that credibility, it's interesting how with greater frequency the company will come to you with requests because who do we ask to solve that problem? And all of a sudden loss prevention and or operations becomes the area where, you know, you're always finding a solution. Solutions aren't easy, sometimes, but if you put your mind to it, there's nothing you can't figure out.
What kind of operational responsibilities do you have?
Broad array these days. Basically, we are the audit division of the organization. With the auditing, kind of comes hand in hand with the training department for the retail division. We're the department that typically gets involved in writing and/or updating most of the policies and procedures. We get involved in business continuity planning, disaster recovery planning. Compliance. We get involved in all aspects of risk management. We'll get involved in a wide variety of financial, or the finance end of the business, everything from all cash handling processes, credit card handling processes in the store, right down to the level of deposits and pickups and, you know, all that granular level. We'll also get involved in in all aspects of inventory, from prep through inventory, reconciliation afterwards, and the entire financial end of that area of the business. There probably isn't a single area of the business that we don't have our hands in to some degree, but really it's all about driving the profitability of the company. And really the best way to describe it is that you got your top line sales on the P&L, you got your bottom line profitability, and everything in between is fair game for our team.
So you talked about a step-by-step guide to adding value beyond LP. What is that guide, Paul?
Well, you have to proactively seek out opportunities, all right? And you can never be satisfied with current results or programs. And the best way to seek out opportunities, first off, isn't to spend a lot of time in your office. You need to spend time out in the field, talking to even from your most tenured management in the field to the person that was just hired last week, because they're a wealth of information. So spending as much time speaking to, being an active listener, and learning from what goes on in the field. I mean, how could you write policy procedures? How could you audit? How could you have a remote understanding of what's going on unless you have a hands-on working knowledge of what goes on? So that's the first step. Second thing is to go through the finances of your company. Look at those P&Ls, both at a 5,000-foot view from the corporate office, and then, in the case of a retail division, store by store, and seek out opportunities. Where can you possibly leverage existing LP resources? Where could you leverage existing loss prevention tools that the company's invested in, where you could spend little, if not no money, and leverage those to impact a wide variety of other departments in your organization? How could you help out with something we've already invested in, making some enhancements to it, and possibly help out your store planning team, your visual team, your marketing team, your human resource team, your legal team, your finance team? And if you put your mind to it, you could pretty much always figure out a way of doing that. And just really never be satisfied. If it's good with your organization, how could you make it better? If it's better, how could you make it outstanding? Even if it's outstanding, how could you make it the role model? And if you look at everything that you have at your disposal, you could pretty much figure out a way to do it. It's a matter of putting your mind to it.
There you go. Paul, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Gus.
Well, that's it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to thank you for watching. So until next time, let's keep them all safe out there.